cordially on behalf of ESFAN. And once again, thank you for coming along here to Bordeaux. But I would also like to express our gratitude to this very informative and comprehensive speech we have just been listening to by Sonia. May I offer and forward just a very small criticism on behalf of the male participants of this conference. I was a little bit feeling, well, injured that you are showing a picture of fat people and you are only concentrating on 2 fat men. So I would like you to change this picture and also depict some female subjects, since this is not just only a male problem. Well, indeed I'm happy to be here, and it is my pleasure to change my cap, so to say. Most of you know that we have already had 1.5 busy and exciting days here in Bordeaux, since we have just been finishing the TAFISA board meeting. And the reason why I'm telling you this is that you should take the chance to talk to some very interesting people. They will be around this afternoon and tonight, the members of the TAFISA board, and this might be a good idea, not just exchange ideas and concepts between European countries, but also find out what's going on in other continents and regions of the world. This also includes the fact that we have here as our guests a delegation from China, chaired by the Vice Minister of Sports, who at the same time is also the Vice President of the National Olympic Committee. He is the head of the Asian and Oceania group of TAFISA. So I would just like to welcome you, get in touch with them at dinner, at lunch, to find out a little bit more. Yes, indeed, I'm with great pleasure recollecting the marvelous days we had here in Bordeaux only 1.5 years ago. Some of you have been our guests at that time. We have new faces amongst ourselves. I'm saying this that even though ESFAN has not taken that much action you can see in the public, apparently ESFAN already now has been recognized as a player in the European level. This is not just because we have been approached by ENSO to find out about a future collaboration in the field of physical activity and sport for all. We will also have a meeting with the president of the European Olympic Committees, Patrick Hickey, in Dublin, who has also become attentive of the existence of ESFAN. So the only thing what I'm going to say is that apparently there is a change of the picture and structure of physical activity organizations, sport for all organizations in Europe, and ESFAN apparently hasn't been such a bad idea to be started. Of course, Bordeaux is an excellent venue for us, and that's why it's great to be here again. What I would like to tell you at the very beginning, since I got many questions concerning this direction, why does ESFAN not have its own website? I mean, this has been a weak point for quite some time, but I'm very happy to announce officially that yesterday afternoon at 5 o'clock, well, ready for this conference, the newly designed and developed ESFAN website, and you can reach it under esfan.net, has been launched. It is the first start, and of course this website can only grow with your support. And what we will be doing on coming Monday or weekend, for example, to include all the papers you have been looking at today and tomorrow into the new ESFAN website, because those papers are very important and crucial documentaries for our future work. My task today is a much more practical one. This is the field where I'm at home, and the task I had been given by the ESFAN board, and it's finally a presentation which includes contributions from all of us, to think about the opportunity of a European initiative or program which could include most of our countries that are ESFAN members. I think this is a very crucial approach, since the present situation when it comes to European marketing strategies or awareness campaigns is that we all know that the idea of promoting physical activity and sport for all, from our point of view, has indeed been started here in Europe. We have been talking about those most fantastic initiatives from Finland and from Germany and from the Netherlands and so on, but the start of this sort of thinking and this sort of promotion was indeed in Europe, and this all happened in the 70s, and from here took its successful course all around the world. And by now one can rightly state that most of the European countries, be it West, North, East or South, have established and developed their own national, local, regional initiatives, and there's a very bright and colorful picture, and this is a fact, since we know this from our survey we were doing last year. However, and in many Western and Northern countries, we can also state that we have already the third or even fourth generation of sport for all and physical activity leaders. So we have indeed quite some tradition. However, I also must point out at this stage, only having a look at my own country in Germany when it comes to sport for all national initiatives, obviously due to the fact that other topics also have popped up, I sometimes have the impression that the priority attention organizations had on programs like that in some countries are a little bit getting lost. So even in those countries that have been the forerunners in the field of sport for all promotional programs, we have to motivate and to support the idea that, as you said, Wim, before, the time is still the same. The problems, the diseases, the setbacks that we have been facing and investigating at the beginning of the 70s or end of the 60s are just the same. So nothing has really been changing. However, we still need answers and programs and recipes to cope with the situation. And moreover, the situation of European sports structure is indeed a little bit changing. Venues, platforms that have been very important in the 70s, 80s. I'm thinking about the European Sport Conference, which always was a meeting point for East and West, as long as the wall was still existing, is losing a little bit power. So we are needing new platforms, new opportunities to meet, and that's again why I'm so happy that we have been succeeding in doing this here in Bordeaux. There can be no, it goes without saying that all of you in your given country are doing excellent work. I personally had the chance to have a look at many models, be it Estonia, be it Serbia, be it Sweden. So they are all doing an excellent job when it comes to promotional initiatives in the field of sport. However, from our findings, there has never been a real serious attempt to find out, or at least think about, a European approach which might include all the programs being offered and launched in national markets. From my memory, since we have been involved in this program, I recollect that in the 80s there was a big attempt to start a European fitness badge organized by the Council of Europe, but it failed. It did not happen. And I can also recollect that in 1996 we had this European Challenge Day. I remember Denmark participating, I remember Belgium participating, and so on. But we had no repetition. It was just one single event without any consequences for the time coming after. So this is a reason why the board of ESFAN is of the opinion that the time is ripe to just discuss and think and work on a project which might be the answer on the question, what can we do on a European level when it comes to a campaign, to a promotional initiative, since I should say there are many good reasons to not just think about it, but also to call for action. And you made it very clear there is no reason to wait anymore. All the scientific proof is there, even though there are many scientists all over the world who are trying to find out the last proof for